All right, welcome to the webinar, everybody. My name is Hari Swaminathan. For those of you who don't know me, I run optiontiger.com, which is a website. We've been focusing on algos and options curriculum. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. And today's webinar session is going to be focused on TradingView. And many of you may already know TradingView. For those of you who don't, you can see that TradingView operates in the entire world. It's not a broker; it's a charting platform. But then you can connect your charting platform to all kinds of brokers anywhere in the world. So if you just click on this, you'll see all the different countries. You can see Europe pretty much is covered fully. North America, of course, US and Canada, and then the Middle East, Africa. So it's truly a very global platform, Asia as well. It's a totally global platform. And that's the good thing, because so far what you've seen as far as proprietary indicators, you can see this is the multi-time frame. Many of you may know it, but those of you who have not seen this, I will do a brief recap when we get to the presentation. But these are, you've seen this on Thinkorswim. So Thinkorswim has a few limitations, and one of them is Thinkorswim is not available in all countries. In fact, it's only available in a handful of countries, and whereas TradingView is available pretty much on a global basis. And the other disadvantage is Thinkorswim is just one broker, and if you're not trading with Thinkorswim, then it was hard for users to take advantage of these really cutting-edge tools. And so that problem has also been solved by using TradingView. And thirdly, is Thinkorswim doesn't have flexibility in terms of how you want to use it. So users had to purchase a lifetime license, and you would install the code on your platform, on your computer. Whereas on TradingView, even that problem is solved, because TradingView offers multiple ways you can access these tools, and we'll be getting into all of that. So that's just a quick recap of Thinkorswim and TradingView. And you can see Thinkorswim, these indicators, whether it's intraday or whether it is it's a daily chart, long-term chart, it doesn't matter. These indicators work on all kinds of time frames, all kinds of asset classes as well. Whatever you're trading, gold or stocks, whatever it is, you'll be able to use these tools on both Thinkorswim and now on TradingView as well. So I'm going to log out of Thinkorswim, and let's go to a presentation. It's just a small presentation. Many of you may have seen this. Basically, I just want to do a recap for people who haven't seen these indicators. We are excited. This is a brand new, exciting launch on TradingView.com. Like I said, all country markets are represented on TradingView. All you have to do is get your country-specific stock data. So, for example, I deal with the US markets and the Indian markets. And if once you get the country-specific stock data, then you can put your own watch list of stocks in that country, and you can use all of these tools. So let's move on. So there are three different indicators here, proprietary indicators, and you'll see this on TradingView itself. So I'm going to go to the TradingView platform and just show this. So as you can see, we have the multi-time frame trend indicator. That's all these green dots and red dots, and they represent 5 different time frames. And those time frames are here. Those are all customizable, by the way. You can do it for any time frame you want. What I have set it to is the 1 day, which is the chart time frame itself. And after that, I have set it to 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, and 1 week. And so what these dots tell you is whether they are bullish or bearish on that particular time frame. And then you have a master level. You can see these dots at the master level. When all these time frames are aligned, that's when you know you can go in for the trade. Because it tells you that it's aligned on the 1 day, the 2 days, the 3 days, 5 days, as well as a week. So it gives you so much more confidence that you're trading with the trend. The one below it is custom RSI, which you may have seen on Thinkorswim as well. The code is the same on TradingView. We've just moved it over. And so custom RSI is a persistent indicator as opposed to the regular RSI, which tells you when things are overbought and things are oversold, and you generally come back to the mean at some point. Whereas custom RSI tells you to remain in this trade. You can see a nice bullish trend over here on the ES futures. Similarly, you can see a very nice bearish trend. And custom RSI is just telling you to stay in this trade. Finally, you have the watch list indicator on the right side over here, and this is all customizable. So let me just briefly show you how these indicators are customized right here. All you need to do is right click and you go into the settings, and you can see the multi-time frame settings is right here. So I have, you don't need to set the 1 day, that is the time frame of the chart itself. And then you can see 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, and 1 week. And if you keep going down, you'll see the set of stocks right here. So, I have Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, whatever your stocks on your watch list are. And the watch list will tell you which one is bullish on this particular time frame. And so if you change the time frame, these indicators will also change for the new time frame. So it's very, very flexible here on TradingView. And then, of course, these are some of the other algo parameters which you shouldn't change. Just you have flexibility with choosing the number, the type of stock or the stock tickers. And of course, you have flexibility with the time frame for whatever charts. And if you select a particular set of time frames, you can save this as an indicator template, and it will be available to you. The same settings will be available to you when you come back. So there are 3 sets of indicators here. I'm going to close the settings. One is, the first step is the watch list indicator itself. Here it tells you on a 1 day time frame. So this is more of a swing term to slightly more longer term kind of a trading environment. You can see American Express, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, they're all very bullish, JP Morgan, and then there are some very bearish stocks as well, Johnson & Johnson, Alibaba, and so on. If you don't want this to interfere with your chart, there in the settings, you can move this watch list to the left. You can do all kinds of things like that. The second indicator, of course, is the MTFT, the multi-time frame trend indicator. This helps you in getting in and getting out of the trade. So if you go back to the presentation, the watch list indicator is the step 1. It tells you which is the right candidate for regardless of whatever time frame that you're trading on, and regardless of any stock in any country. So all of these will work on the watch list. As long as you set up your watch list, that's all you have to do. The step 2 is is a very high probability trade entry. So this is where the multi-time frame trend comes in, and you would want to take the trade aligned with the MTFT. So here, as you can see, 2 or 3 green dots, 4th one is coming. You can get in as soon as there is 3 dots, or there is actually 4 dots right here. So you can get in somewhere here, and you probably rode it all the way till here. Just because you see 1 dot on the lowest time frame, especially, it doesn't mean you need to get out of the trade. You can stay in there. But if you see 2 or 3 rows going red, that's when you need to get out of the trade. And custom RSI will tell you when to get out of the trade as well. As you can see here, it dips below the bullish zone, and that's when you would get out somewhere over here. Those are the 3 indicators. Multi-time frame trend helps you with trade entry. You can go back as far as you want. There are some small trades, there are some bigger trends. You can catch all of them because the multi-time frame trend will tell you when to get in and when to get out. Custom RSI confirms that decision, and it will tell you how long you can stay in that trade. So let's see if we can find a nice longish, long bullish trend or a bearish trend. It doesn't matter. Here we see somewhat of a nice bullish trend over here. There is just one, dot on the lowest time frame. It's not time to get out. So basically, if you were to get in right here, or right here, sorry, when you have all 5, you don't need to wait for all 5. You can jump in when you can see that it's moving from 3 to 4, and when it goes to 4 itself, you can jump in. And so that's about a level of 4823 on the ES futures, and you would stay in this trade. Just because you see 1 red dot, you don't need to get out, and you would stay in this trade right here from 4823 to 52. So that would have been a fantastic swing trade over 6 weeks or so. So that's how you would use the MTFT and the custom RSI, and of course you can pick the stocks. You can have your separate watch list as well for, and you can choose any stock from there If you choose NVIDIA, it'll tell you, it'll give you the charts for NVIDIA, and you can determine whether where you want to take the trade. I think this was a very nice trade, bullish trend over here from NVIDIA, went from 87. And if you catch it anywhere here, that's good, because the MTFT is strong, and these are all 1-day charts. So you don't have to catch precisely the best point. You want to get into the trade, you want to capture 80% of the move, and look at customer RSI telling you stay in this trade all the way till here. So you would have got out over here. So that would have been a very, very nice move. Similarly, you can do it for any stock. You can do it for Microsoft. Microsoft has also had a nice bullish run in the last month or two. And so here it is. You can see Microsoft, very nice. And it's still bullish right there. It's still bullish. So, and that was after earnings, and it just shot up, and it's been going up since there. So the combination of the watch list, which tells you which one to trade, the MTFT tells you to stay, to get into the trade. It gives you the most high probability entry, and then the combination of the custom RSI and the MTFT will tell you when to exit as well. So once again, just the watch list is just a step one. It's a starting point. It scans for day trading and longer term. Like I said, all you need to do is set the chart time frame to whatever time frame you want to trade, and all these indicators will change for that new time frame. And you can be in any country in the world, and you can create your own watch list. These indicators will work on your particular watch list. Then steps 2 and 3 is multi-time frame. It's a very powerful, versatile, and flexible indicator. It captures price action trends on all chart time frames, but it captures deep trend analysis on 5 different levels. So you can set those levels as well. It works for all styles of trading. And then finally, of course, you have a master level, master indicator. This is a no-brainer tool. When the master indicator lights up, you know you're getting into the trade at the right time. Yeah, just a quick question, please. You can ask questions. You can just type it into the chat box. And what I'll do is, let me just run through the presentation, and we'll have enough time for all this Q&A. So go ahead and please type in all your questions. It's not that I'm looking at it. It's not that I'm not looking at it. I will get to it. So, and of course, it works for all asset classes, stocks, options, futures, whatever you want to trade. It works for all of these asset classes. And then, of course, the custom RSI, like I mentioned, it is normal RSI, shows you overbought and oversold conditions. Whereas the custom RSI, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be custom RSI, is customized, and it helps you stay in a winning trade. So this is not normal RSI. That's a mistake on the presentation. It's custom RSI. And of course, it complements the multi-time frame trend indicator for both entries and exits, confirms a good trade entry point and a good exit point as well. So here we are, and these are the 3 indicators. These are the 3 indicators that you can get on TradingView. And the best part about TradingView is, like I said, on Thinkorswim, you had to have a lifetime license for these indicators, whereas on TradingView, it's very, very flexible. You can have a lifetime license as well. You can have a annual subscription. So let me just get into that over here. TradingView offers very flexible plans. You have, of course, the lifetime license, which with future upgrades and subscriptions. The lifetime license goes for $14.97, and the annual subscription can be for $9.97, and the 6 months for $5.57. You also can have a monthly subscription as well for $99 a month, which is 50% off. And this is some PayPal information which I'll get to later. But basically, we have very, very flexible plans on TradingView. So go ahead and post your questions, and we can get to the questions. If there are questions on the indicators itself, then please go ahead and ask. Like I said, I do trade both the Indian market and the US market. So what I have here, I have a US stocks watch list over here, and then I have an India stocks as well. And what I can do is, change this, and there we go. We have, a bunch of Indian stocks as well, and you can also customize these indicators. So what I'll do is, in fact, I have done that. Let me do India one. This is just to give you an example that you can have multi multi-trading, multi-country support on this. So regardless of wherever you are in Europe, and I know especially Australia had a huge problem with Thinkorswim because it was not allowed. In fact, Thinkorswim is just allowed in like 4 or 5 or 6 countries, and they're locked out of most other countries. So this is, like I said, this is the India, and you have the US. So you can see how the multi-country would work. You just have to set up your stock watch list, and I'm going to go back to the US 1-day swing over here, and that's a 1-day time frame. And you can set up all these different settings right here, which is the indicator templates. And so I have it all set up in that way. This is a brief of how these indicators work. If anybody has questions on these indicators itself, then I would like to address that. If not, I'll go over to the questions and Q&A, and we will take it from there. So we are back to our US watch list over here. Yeah, I see there are some questions. Okay, all right, quite a few questions. Okay, let me go back all the way. Folks who have purchased those indicators on Thinkorswim. Yeah, I do have a small fee, folks. I know you guys have purchased it on Thinkorswim. I have to give my developer a certain fee for every license, because TradingView tracks all these licenses, and that's how we can do the annual, the monthly, and all of that. Yeah, so there'll be a small fee. Craig, I will get back to you on your email. I think you've emailed me. Then the next question, are these indicators yours or already in the TradingView list? No, these are proprietary. These are mine. I first built it on Thinkorswim. I mean, I didn't build it. I'm not a developer, but I had a developer build it for me. And then Thinkorswim, with its limitations, and so many people were asking for TradingView. And TradingView is now, over the last 3 to 4 years, it has really emerged as the go-to charting platform in the world. And you can you can really get country data from pretty much any country that has a decent stock market, and TradingView will pull the data for you over there. All right, Joe Q, nice to hear from you. You too. I hope you're good. All right, what about people who already bought the indicators on TOS? Yeah, I think I just replied to that. If you can just send an email, Joe, I don't know your full name. It is info@optiontiger.com. You can just send us an email. Like I said, I have a small fee. It's not a whole lot, but I do have a fee, and TradingView, of course, takes a fee as well. So I will add that, but I'll give it to you at cost, whatever I have my cost, because you've already bought it on Thinkorswim. How about intraday trading? Good, good question. So let me go to my intraday. I'm going to do US 1 minute intraday. So as you can see, it changes everything. This is now a 1 minute chart, and you'll see that the multi-time frame trend, the custom RSI, and now even your watch list has changed to the 1 minute. Okay. So once again, if you want to catch intraday trends, like right here, you can see an intraday, things change very quickly. So that's just an observation from general trading. So if you catch a trend, you can expect the trend to run out fairly quickly. Okay, so maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. So it doesn't last for too long, and so you just have to keep that in mind and be quick and nimble with your decisions. Take a few points, on the trade and get out of it. So, but it works the same for intraday. Here's a very lovely trend over here on the ES futures. This was not yesterday. I think it was day before, or on Thursday, I believe. This is a fantastic trend, and here itself you can see 4 are aligned. So as soon as you see 4 aligned, you got to get ready for this trade, especially on an intraday basis, because these trends can change quickly. But once you catch a trend like this, the S&P futures are going from 6011. And you are in this trade all the way till here. I mean, that's a phenomenal move. That's 6026, 15 points on the ES futures. So you can imagine what a trade that would have been. Similarly, you can see all the reds piling up over here, and you have 4 reds. And at some point, you would get into this trade. Perhaps you wait for the master level indicator to light up, and there you go. You have a nice trend. You can pick up about 8 to 10 points. Zero DTE, Arjun, that is your call. In general, I can only talk about how to catch the trend. Whether it's zero DTE, one DTE, two DTE, that's going to be your decision in terms of your own personal trading style, or and so that is a decision you'll have to make. But in terms of the trend, you can see that you can catch these trends. And once you see these, greens and reds all bunched up together, there's no trade. So, after this trend is over, you can see they're all bunched up. There is no trade. So one of the important things these indicators do is also help you not to get into a trade that doesn't look like it's going to be a trending trade. So it helps you with that as well. So all of this whole area here is all a bunch of reds and greens, and there is no trade. Now, this was a sudden move over 3 minutes. I don't know if anybody could have caught that, but if you did, that was a good move. But you're better off looking for these trends that set in for at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that kind of thing. Do we need to have a paid version of TradingView? Very good question. Very good question. I think I've addressed it in my presentation. Maybe not. No, you can have a free version of TradingView, and TradingView allows you. So, okay, I have not covered that. That's my mistake. It's a good question. So TradingView has a free version, and you can add up to 2 indicators for free. Okay, so you can add up to 2 indicators for free. And so you might ask, okay, these are 3 indicators. No, they're not. We have combined all 3 into 1 indicator. So besides these, you have the flexibility of adding 1 more indicator. Okay, so these indicators, as you can see here on the left, you might be able to see it. The writing is a bit small. MTFT, custom RSI, and the screener. All 3 are combined into 1 indicator, because we did not want users to necessarily to have a paid account on TradingView. So my developer has now combined all of this into 1 indicator. Yeah, free version of TradingView should work. Absolutely. If you have more complex requirements from TradingView, then you might need a paid account. But just for these, if you're looking at the MTFT, custom RSI, and the screener, it's all combined into 1 indicator. Next question: how do you assure that the market data feeds are real time? It is absolutely real time. TradingView is cutting edge, real time, and this is an app, by the way. This is not a browser. Okay, this is an app. So you'll be downloading the app. It has direct connections to all the market data. It's very real time. I use it for both US and India, and I have not seen any degradation at all. This is absolutely real time. And TradingView has got all this set up. No other charting platform, I think, has this kind of capabilities. And we are just browsing the tip of the iceberg as far as TradingView is concerned. And as you understand the platform, there is so many things you can do over here. You can create your stop losses. You can create a trade right here on your chart, as long as you have the backend hooked up to your broker, and it's connected to over 100 brokers in the world. So this is very, very high tech and cutting edge platform. All right, next question: can we use the MTFT in normal candlesticks? Absolutely, you can. Here you can see this, right? So you can do bars. You can do normal candles. You can do Heikin-Ashi. I prefer Heikin-Ashi because it shows you a trend that is better. Like you can see here, there's up and down over here. Whereas Heikin-Ashi is much more, it shows you where the trend is. And of course, you have all these indicators that confirm all of that. But I prefer Heikin-Ashi. It takes out some of the noise from all these charts. But that's also a personal choice, how you want to do it. How effective is it in volatile times? Would it still be effective if we have a trend? Absolutely. It doesn't matter how much volatility you have. This is, okay, let me go back to my US 1-day swing. Okay. So let me go back. Yeah. And, the last time we saw volatility, that was on Liberation Day, April 2nd, right? So you can see right here. This is March 31st, this candle, you're seeing all 5 light up, and I mean the master light up over here. So somewhere on this candle is when the volatility starts. So 5665, all five are lit up. Now it tells you can go bearish, and you go bearish, and this is a very volatile move over here. So from 5665, you jump down to 51. That's 500 points on the S&P, and you don't have to get out until you see these green dots come in. So that you could have captured, even if you don't capture 500, if you capture 450, you've captured 80% of that trade. And then on the upside also, there is this trend over here. So you just have to trade what you see. It takes emotions, it takes your decision making really out of the picture, because you just look at these indicators and you trade. And you can put in half your size if you want, and if you see that you've got the trend right, you can put in the other half. These are all trade management techniques that everybody might have their own, and you can move your stop losses up. So the volatility doesn't matter, because the charts don't lie, and the indicator just captures the price action and what is happening on the charts. So however volatile it is, it really doesn't matter. All right, somebody asked, is this an option trading class or stock? You can use these indicators for whatever you do. This is not an option trading class for sure. This is how you use these indicators, in your personal trading, because you can be doing gold, you can be doing Bitcoin, you can do anything with this. You can put these on any charts. You can be a crypto trader only. You can be a gold trader, oil trader, bonds, whatever it is. If it can be put on a chart, these indicators will tell you exactly when you need to get in or get out. Okay. And when you need to stay in a trade and when you need to avoid getting into a trade. All of that, these indicators can capture all of this information very well. As far as your personal trading is concerned, these indicators are really the only thing you need, because between these three, it tells you, okay, which is the stock to get in, which chart looks good. And once you see the very bullish, you can go into that chart and see. So for example, let me see over here. You've got American Express, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. These are all bullish, right? And so if you see Goldman Sachs, this is a fantastic example. It also told you that Goldman Sachs is bullish, and Goldman Sachs definitely it's bullish. And you could have caught it all the way from this level right here, which is a level of 609. And today it is at 640. So that's 30-40 points on Goldman Sachs. Whether you were trading the stock, whether you were trading the option, whatever it is, you're still in this trade right here. The step one gives you a chance to eyeball which are the stocks that are bullish or bearish, which way you want to take the trade. And then you go into the actual chart, and that's when you determine, okay, what is the entry point. And there will be some stocks that will show you a much better trend than others. So it helps you in filtering out what is the best candidate to get into the trade. All right, little lost on the license part. Is there a subscription? Yes, there is a subscription. So let me show you the subscription part as well. Now this is a special that we are offering. Normally that would be so if you can go over here and you come under TradingView, under products, you'll see TradingView indicators. And you'll see a lot of these videos over here. You can go through them, step 1, step 2, step 3. And it also tells you can use it for any asset class. You can use it for any country and all of that. So you do not have to go by these prices here, because I'm giving a special for all the attendees of the webinar. But here also you'll see the TradingView subscription at $149 a month. But that's not the special. So for this, combining it with the July 4th special, let me go back to my presentation, and that's actually right here. So it'll be $99 a month, and if you can just keep note of this bit.ly link. Okay, it's basically TView 50. So basically 50% off. TView bit.ly/TView50. If you click on that link, you will get to the you'll get to the 50% off. On this page, the list prices are different, so I haven't put it over here. But all you need to do, or if you have any questions, you can always email us. We will respond to you with the correct link for the 50% off. Is the indicator available only on Option Tiger? Absolutely, absolutely. And you can subscribe to TradingView and get the indicator. Absolutely. Fourth, there are essential, premium, expert. Are you suggesting expert? No, 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 no. I'm suggesting a free account. So you go to TradingView, and you will be able to open a free account. I'm already logged in, so it's not going to give me that. But on the home page itself, it'll tell you can get started for free, and you open a free account. What you will need to do is, if you purchase, you will need to give us your user ID on TradingView. Okay, so you'll have to send us an email with your user ID, and we will, for whatever it is, whether you're buying the lifetime license, whether you're getting the annual, 6 months, or the monthly, whatever it is, we'll have to set it up. So it's a manual process. It takes a few hours, but regardless, within 24 hours, your account will be set up with all of these indicators. And it's not showing me the free because I am already logged in as a premium. But as a user, you don't need to have premium. You can go for the free version. So once again, that subscription, the monthly is TView. For the lifetime, annual, or the 6 months, please do use our PayPal account. You can send it to info@optiontiger.com. That is the PayPal account. You use it only for the annual and the 6 month because it's a lump sum amount. Monthly subscription, you can do it on this, and then we'll set you up on TradingView. Okay. These dots show up at the start of the minute. No, they will show, and it's a good question. And I would recommend that you have the setting as it depends how, if you're watching the market, then you can have it. Here there's a check mark here. Wait for higher time frame close. So you want to wait for the close, and you put this check mark. If you're watching the markets, in real time, then you may want to take this off. And you'll see a little bit of change, but there's not a whole lot of change. But I would recommend you wait for the higher time frame to close. Okay. Any documentation? There's a whole bunch of videos, Arjun, that is on how to use. And also, once you get a subscription or a license, you will be enrolled inside the course where all the usage guidelines are given very clearly there. Do we need to download the indicator? No, onto your laptop. No. You don't need to download the indicator at all. Like I said, all you need is you can give us your TradingView account, and we will set it up. So if it's annual, if it's lifetime, there'll be no expiry. If it's annual, there'll be a date on that for 12 months, things like that. So all that flexibility exists on TradingView. And monthly, of course, until you cancel, you will it will basically not expire. The Bollinger Bands is just a personal choice of mine. So one person asked, can you explain the use of Bollinger Bands? If you want it, you can put it. If you don't want it, you don't put it. Bollinger Bands tells you when something is overextended. It doesn't mean that it cannot pierce the band some more. It can, of course. But in general, if it goes too far out of the band, you know that it is overextended. So that also just gives you like an eyeball kind of idea as to when okay, if something is being too bullish and running off, if it's gone way past the upper Bollinger Band, it is going to pull back. So it's just a minor indicator. You don't take your trading decisions based on that, but it is a supporting indicator. Is it better to focus more on long direction versus short? It's up to you. I would say long direction is good. And you mean long or short in the market? That's a good question, Craig. I would focus, in general, markets are always wanting to be bullish. All the players want it to be bullish. But occasionally, you're going to see these bouts of, deep volatility. And so when markets go down, they go down really hard and fast. So if you catch that trend, that's good. But bear in mind, markets do not permanently go down. We have seen so many crises. I've seen starting from the financial, even before that, the post.com, when I got into the markets, from then you see the financial markets, the European crisis, and so much else. And, the COVID, And yeah, this is the latest, April 2nd, Liberation Day. You can see markets went down hard, 500 points in 3 days. Okay. Now, if you catch that trend, that's great. But sooner or later, they are going to pick up. So when you actually have a deep downward volatility, I would say just wait for it to get over. The markets generally will bounce back and it will go higher than what it was when it started going down. So you're going to be better off focusing on the long side because markets have a general tendency to go up. And that's what the big players want. All the players want markets to go up. There is, of course, a pretty decent sized population who are, the bears. But in general, we have seen in the last 15, 20 years, markets will go down, but they will come back with a vengeance and will go much, much higher. So better to be in that direction. And if you see a deep down move, that is a buying opportunity, definitely. What is the underlying indicator or logic principles behind green and red circles? So we look at various things. There are simple moving averages and exponential. Then there are moving average crossovers, which is very important. So, if you see a 3 period crossing over the 5 period, that gives you one bullish data point. So similarly, we use these kinds of data points. There is also a momentum indicator, and that's what all these these settings here. And I would urge you not to touch with those settings. You can see the modified RSI has these kinds of settings here, and then below that you'll see the bullish, all of these. So you can see there's a momentum indicator, and he's called it something, but basically these are all settings you don't want to touch. The only thing you should touch here is your stock ticker list, and then the time frame, which is the days, the weeks, minutes, whatever it is. On the shorter time frame, you will have all of these in minutes. I do have the shorter time frame as well. Let me just quickly show you that. US 1 minute intraday. And over here, if you look at the settings, and the settings are shown right here. It's 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minute. But let's go into the indicator and see the settings, and that's exactly what it is. So you can set it up. You can set up different time frames and save it as a different indicator template. So you don't have to go back and change these things every time. If you have 4 or 5, 6 templates, you can move from one to the other with ease without having to change anything. How to display the MTFT at the bottom of the screen? You mean as opposed to the custom RSI? That is, I'm afraid it's hard coded because we've combined everything into one indicator. We've combined that. But actually that's better. I'll tell you why. Because especially for trade entry, you're going to make your decision based on the MTFT and not the custom RSI. I would recommend that you keep the MTFT above the custom RSI. And because the custom RSI is a confirmation indicator, the MTFT is where all the crunching goes on, all these moving average crossovers, momentum, and all of that. The custom RSI doesn't do any of that. It's modified to tell you when to stay in the trade, when to get out. All right, the MTFT 5x dots appear right at the start of the minute. I want to use it for quick option that lasts a few minutes. So you would do a 1 minute chart, Salman. So you do a 1 minute chart, and if you see, and if you say don't wait for the time frame to close, you will see it in the beginning itself. But you have to be watching it for you to take up that setting, because if you're not watching it and you'll see it turns to green, and then it may turn back to red because that bar is not over. And whether it's 1 minute or 5 minute or 10 minute, it can change if you don't put that if you don't put that setting. I believe the web indicator would work in both web and desktop. Yeah, definitely. It would work in the TradingView web interface as well as the TradingView desktop. Is the screen we see a web version? No. This is an app. This is an app right here. You can see at the bottom, I have the TradingView app in my dock right here. So that is an app. So this can be minimized and it can be brought back. So this is an app. This is not a browser. It is made to look like a browser. You see this new tab and everything, but that is a new tab within TradingView app itself. Can we buy sell from here if the broker is linked at the back end? Yes, but you'll have to do some custom programming to your account. The brokers have APIs and things like that. You can of course get a Python coder. You can get anybody to do that for you if you're not a programmer yourself. But if you know this kind of programming, yeah, absolutely. But basically, yeah, you are within their website. You'll be able to see who are all the different brokers over here that can support this. And literally, there's over 100. Can we leverage this to find the momentum in the initial 90 minutes? Yeah, you can do. I mean, that's what, when the markets open. Yeah, certainly. You can see whether it's first 90 minutes, middle 90 minutes, or last 90 minutes. It will tell you when a trend is developing, and that's when you need to get into the trade. So it doesn't matter whether it's first 90 minutes, first 30 minutes, whatever it is. You just follow the indicators, and it will tell you when to when to get into the trade, and when to get out, and when to not trade at all. Also, when you see these kind of blues and greens, greens and reds right here, it's all bunched up. That's the time you don't want to take the trade. Would we have to do additional options management techniques like call spreads, credit spreads, or just use for directional? It's up to you, Craig. I mean, if you do just simple long calls and long puts, you have to bear in mind that the trend can change. Trend can change. So what I would say is you start off with a long call or a long put, and once it starts moving in your favor, convert it to a debit spread, protect that move and protect that profit, and it'll still be a debit spread. And if the market changes, and if the trend changes, you can convert it to a credit spread. These are trade management techniques which everybody, I'm sure, whether you use stop loss, whether you use adjustment techniques, whether you use options, when it comes to stocks and futures, there's no debit spread and credit spread and all. Either you buy or you sell, or you hold. This is for stock traders. This is for option traders. Anybody that wants to catch the trend. So it doesn't really matter what you trade, what instrument you trade, what ticker you trade, what country you trade. It doesn't matter. That's all. It's up to you to to determine all of that. And the trade management techniques is also completely up to you. Craig, our options courses covers a lot of that stuff. If you do options, there's a bunch of information there. Can there be a separate message program? You can set alerts. I don't know if there can be a message asking to buy or call or put. I don't think it will be that specific. But if you go down to any of these over here, you can see add alert on this. Okay. Now you'll need to figure out how to add alerts on TradingView. But it's extremely powerful. It's extremely powerful, and you can add these alerts to learn TradingView itself. If you want to really become a master on TradingView, it's going to take you a long time. This is just a killer platform. It's cutting edge, and there are so many things to it. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. So the indicator you give, we can use 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, you can set it to any timing you want. All of this is customizable. But I'm just telling you as a best practice. If you're doing intraday trading, then you want quicker responses. So I set it to the chart itself is 1 minute, so you don't need to set that. That is going to be the lowest row, and then you set it to 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. The problem with if you set this to 15 or 20, for example, or you set it to 30 minutes, the problem with that is for a trend to last 30 minutes on an intraday basis, that is asking a lot. I mean, it does happen, but so basically what will end up happening is your topmost row, not the master level, but the topmost row, which is 30 minutes, will never show green unless the trend has been bullish for 30 minutes. And the calculation actually goes back not just to the last 30 minutes, but, because it's all moving averages. So it goes back even behind that. So you might never see the master level indicator light up if your timings are not set properly. If your chart time frame is 1 minute, then certainly don't go above 15 minutes for your topmost time frame, because then you're not taking advantage of the features properly. Because if you do like 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, you're catching the trend. Okay, it's telling you, and on an intraday basis, it's telling you that, all right, this trend may last for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but here you can take advantage of it. It's different when you're looking at a longer term time frame. So let me go back to the swing here. It's different over here. On the longer term time frame, I would say if you're like a buy and hold investor, you just buy stocks and then you hold it. So here you can set, keep the chart time frame to 1 day, but here you can set this to 3 days, then the next one to set it to 1 week, and then after that you can set it to 2 weeks, and then finally the topmost time frame you can set it to 1 month, you can set it to 2 months, whatever it is, because if you're a buy and hold, you want that kind of time frame analysis for your trading or investing decision. So depending on what your personal style is, you need to think about these time frames according to that. My day trading services for the US markets, I do have, let me just quickly show you that. That is a daily, and actually we just started on June 2nd, and we are doing very, very well. It's been just now 3 weeks. And if you come under optiontiger.com, proprietary day trading signals, by the way, so yeah, in less than 3 weeks, we've made over $4,000 profit. So, and it's it is basically something, our goal is to really just pick up about $300 to $400 a day. That's it. And we are happy with that. And sometimes we take the trade into the next day because it's a live trading session. It's a webinar at the market open. But then, the webinar only lasts for like, half an hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And after that, if we get the move, great. If we don't get the move, we'll adjust it, we'll hedge it. And then, and then we'll take it into the next day. But it's doing very well. We have made over $4,000 there. Let me go back to TradingView here. All right. Exact. Should all the dots turn green? No, you don't have to wait for all the dots to turn green. You can wait for, you can see the trend developing. So, like for example, this is a bearish trend. We are looking at this bearish trend right here. You see one dot. Okay, that's obviously not enough. 2 dots consecutive, but still only on the lowest row. Suddenly, now you see 3 time frames going into the red. That tells you, okay, you can get into you can start getting into a trade. Maybe go in 30%. Of your regular trade size, and then once you see the 4th and the 5th, you put in the rest and then you ride the wave. Similarly, the custom RSI will tell you when to get out of the trade. Also, when custom RSI changes its trend that way, sometimes it will do that before MTFT, which is why you got to look at custom RSI also. And once you see 2 green dots, that's it. It's time to get out of the trade. The trend is over. So. And custom RSI actually in this particular case, it's telling you even before the MTFT that, okay, the trend may be over. It's time to get out of the trade. Can it be granular as low as 30-minute candles? Yeah, it can be very granular. You have your time frames over here. You can see this. And if you want to, customize, you can go down to 1 tick. But I would say 1 tick, you need a premium account on TradingView, but you can go down to ticks, you can go down to seconds, minutes, hours, days, everything right here. So it's awesome, actually. 30-second, yeah, you can. But for 30-second also, I think you may need a paid account. I think anything less than 1 minute, you may need a paid account. What is the cost to subscribe to the day trade? Since you're already a member, Dana, we can do it at $99. I know the list price is $199 and $149, but we can do it at $99 per month. What sort of trades do you do in this time frame? We trade options. No stocks in that. We trade options, and we generally first go in for a long call, long put. Sometimes we when volatility is a little high, we can go in for a time selling premium strategy as well. We can go in for a debit spread because not all options you can buy long calls and long puts. Some of these options have become very, very expensive. So we do a debit spread to start with. So it all depends what the trade is. And in fact, going into Monday tomorrow, we are going to mix and match our day trades between long calls, long puts, debit spreads, credit spreads, and all of that right here. All right. What sort of time frame? Yeah, that is the time frame. We look at a 1-minute chart, but we won't get into a trade that expires today. No, that's not going to happen. It needs to have at least 2 to 3 to 4 days expiry, and when we run into Thursday or Friday, we just move to the next week. But when you're trading the indices, which we do, SPX, SPY, those kinds of things, There you have daily expiries. Even the QQQ, you have daily expiries. And so we can do daily expiries. And so even there, we won't do it for today. Maybe we'll do it for tomorrow's expiry or day after tomorrow's expiry, especially if it's a time decay strategy. If it's a long strategy, then we will take up the trade only with a few days to expiry at least. I would say about 20K, 25K, although we don't use that kind of capital on any given trade. We will not deploy more than $3,000 to $4,000 on any trade. But I'll tell you what the issues are. There is something called a pattern day trading rule. So if you have an account size less than 25K and you do more than 3 day trades a week, I mean, they won't let you do more than 3 day trades a week. So just for that purpose, if your account size is 25K, that would be helpful. But as far as the actual trade itself is concerned, we do not deploy more than 3,000. And if it starts going down about even $300, $400, $500, we immediately hedge it, we adjust it, and so risk management is very tight, as you can imagine, because day trading you have to be quite nimble. So we do that diligently. We have an Amazon trade that's down a few $100, but tomorrow looks like markets might open in the negative due to geopolitical tensions. If that's the case, I think we'll be fine. We'll be able to come back to break even on that. I don't think I missed any other question. All I need to do is go into the now this is the browser version. I just go into supercharts and there it is. So it works on the browser, it works on the app, it works on both of these. All right, folks, looks like there are no more questions. If you still have questions beyond this, our email is info@optiontiger.com. Let me just show that right here. This is our email. This is our PayPal email also. Lifetime license, the annual, the 6 months, monthly. These are all very flexible. So you can decide which one you want. These indicators are cutting edge. The TradingView platform is cutting edge, and now you have a lot of flexibility. In my opinion, whatever package you choose, basically if you just use these indicators for 1 week, you will be covering the cost of your investment right here. I have shown what should be the ideal setting for 5 minutes time frame trading. Good question. So if you see, I would say, let me go back to the app right here, and let's go into the settings. So if it was, of course, this is a daily chart. Let me go back to the intraday. All right. So I would say then your chart time frame itself is 5 minutes. So the only requirement is that all the other time frames has to be higher than that. So if you were trading on a 5 minute chart, I would say the next would be 10, 15, 20, and 30. That's it. So that would be the settings for the 5 minute chart. So basically your chart time frame is 5 minutes, which is the lowest row. The next would be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes. Because even on a 5 minute time frame, you're pretty much it is short term trading. So you cannot keep the time frames too far apart. You need to be close by. Otherwise, like I said, these the fourth and fifth row will take too long to light up, and the master indicator will probably never light up if the fifth time frame is just way off from the others. So they've got to be somewhat close. Doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. And it can be 5, 10, 15, 20, and 30. That's fine. And you're still looking at an intraday kind of a trade. So you don't want to go more than 30. Okay, folks, looks like there is no further questions. All very good questions. I appreciate everyone coming in on a Sunday morning. So if you have further questions, please do email us, info@optiontiger.com. And we will, so it will take a little time because it's a long recording and I just have to edit out some things. So certainly within 24 hours, we'll be getting the recording. If you're not signed up on optiontiger.com, please do open a free account. That way you'll receive all our communications going forward. So thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for coming, and any questions, info@optiontiger.com. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.